All right, let's talk about something that gives every leader nightmares: cybersecurity breaches. They hit like lightning, they cause massive damage, and honestly, nobody is 100% safe. But what if a breach didn't have to be the end of the story? What if it could actually be a new beginning? Let's dive in. This right here, this is the most critical question you can ask, because the outcome isn't really decided by the attacker. It's decided by you and your response. So you have a choice to make. Is this the disaster that sinks you, or is this the moment you turn everything around? And that idea gets to the very heart of this guide. It's a philosophy summed up perfectly by this phrase: turn crisis into opportunity. This isn't just about damage control, It's about rising from the ashes stronger than you were before. So how do you actually pull that off? Well, it's not some kind of magic trick, right? It's all about having a solid plan. We're going to walk through a really clear 3-stage survival guide that covers the entire life cycle of a security crisis. So here it is. This is our roadmap, and it's a simple loop, a continuous cycle. Before an attack ever happens, we focus on prevention. During the chaos of an attack, it's all about resilience. And after the dust settles, we work on sustainability. So let's start at the beginning. Okay, stage 1. This is where the real work gets done, long before any alarms are blaring. It's all about being proactive and building a seriously tough shield. A great shield really has 2 layers. You've got your technical defenses, the firewalls that guard the gates, the encryption that scrambles your data, the scans looking for weaknesses. But tech alone is never enough. You also need strong management defenses. That means clear policies, constant training, and regular audits. Because let's be real, the best lock in the world doesn't matter if someone just leaves the front door wide open. It's that mix of tech and people that builds a real wall. So let's get tactical. You can break this down into 4 concrete actions. First, assess your risks. You have to know where you're vulnerable. Then, you deploy your protections to plug those holes. Third, and this is so important, you have to monitor everything all the time. And finally, you have to run regular drills. Think about it. You practice before the real game, right? Same idea here. You test your team and your defenses before a real attacker does it for you. But look, no shield is perfect. Sooner or later, something might get through. And when it does, that's when you hit stage 2. This is the high-stakes moment where your response has to be, unkillable. The mindset you need is captured in this one incredible phrase, Dabu Si, which basically means unkillable. It's about grit, it's about resilience, and it's this absolute refusal to be taken down. This is the spirit your team has to tap into when everything is on the line. It's not about being untouchable, it's about being impossible to keep down. And when we talk about being unkillable, speed is your #1 weapon. Just look at this timeline. The clock is ticking from the second it happens. Your goal: find the breach in under 15 minutes, confirm it, and notify key people in under 30. Get the full response team activated in less than an hour, and have the event under control in 2 hours or less. Every single second matters. So, how do you move that fast? You need a game plan, a source control strategy. Step 1, detect it instantly. Step 2, isolate the affected systems. You've got to stop the bleeding fast. Then, gather intelligence on what happened. And finally, control the source. Get that leaked information taken down or suppressed. Okay, you've controlled the incident, you've stopped the bleeding, the immediate fire is out. But honestly, the hardest part is just beginning. Now comes stage 3, the long road to rebuilding trust. And the goal here is captured by another powerful phrase, 活下去, which means to live on, to endure. But it's about more than just surviving. It's about learning to thrive. This is your chance to show everyone that you've learned from the experience and that you're now stronger and more unified because of it. And this requires a total shift in how you think. The old mindset, it was all about just fix the technical problem, patch the server, and we're done. The new mindset is so much bigger. It's about rebuilding a stronger brand and weaving security deep into the fabric of your company culture. To make that happen, leadership has to step up and ask some really tough, honest questions right away. Do we need more money to fix this properly? Do we have the right people on the job? And bottom line, can we afford the investment it's going to take? This framework is basically how you get those answers. You look at your financial resources, your budgets, what your insurance covers. You take stock of your human resources, who do we have internally and who do we need to bring in from the outside, and then you do a serious cost-benefit analysis to make sure you're putting money where it'll have the biggest impact. So we've walked through before, during, and after. But there's this one secret ingredient, this one force that runs through all three stages and ties everything together. It's the ultimate force multiplier, teamwork. And it all boils down to this single, powerful idea. We are a team. You're not alone. Seriously, this isn't just some motivational poster fluff. In cybersecurity, there are no solo heroes. Every single win is a team win. Believing that you're in it together is what carries a company through its absolute darkest moments. And if you think that sounds soft, just look at the numbers. The data is crystal clear. Teams that truly collaborate are 3 times more efficient in a crisis. Their projects have an 85% success rate, and they see a 60% jump in innovation, probably because they're all learning and adapting as one unit. Teamwork gets real, measurable results. So really, if there's one single thing to remember from all of this, let it be this mantra. When everyone works together, you achieve more. It is truly that simple. Which really just leaves us with one last question to think about. Your firewalls, your encryption, they're all important for sure. But at the end of the day, your shield is only as strong as your team. So the real question is, what are you going to do to start building that team today?